everyone, do you know by any chance what are your personal core values? Like, personal core values is pretty much your inner guidance. Like, it's kind of a compass actually to make sure that you're always aligned to it, and then you're gonna be feeling great. If you're really chasing life and according to those values, you're gonna be feeling awesome. But when those values are not being met, things start getting a bit like I don't know, boring. Some people get a bit depressed, some people get angry, and a lot of times people get triggered and they don't know why, or they get a lot of like confusion and they're like uncertain of what kind of like things they want in life, or like when they need to take a decision, for example. And personal core values are really, really good for that, because they really help you, guide you to what kind of decision that is gonna make the best for you, that is gonna be most aligned to the things that you want, like really truly want, and not things that society is telling you that you need. So for example, my personal core values are connection, contribution, and growth. And I really I take a lot of effort to really connect deeply with people, to make sure that that it's not only like superficial connections, like especially with networking and like just talking. I'm really interested and curious to really know what people are doing and caring about those things. And especially people that are closer to me, definitely I need to take care of like those relationships. Even if I'm away and with a crazy lifestyle, I still really care about those connections. So whenever this breaks, I know that I really feel it. So this is, for example, one of the reasons I know exactly how to measure that this is like one of my personal core values. So for example, I'm gonna give you now like just a little few instructions that how you can actually start analyzing this. So for example, first, you can just journal a little bit about your happy moments in life. Then you can also like just write, like it can be like just bullet points actually, about what were the moments in life that you were feeling the most proud of yourself. And then it's good as well, like after you do these two exercises, you can start already like kind of like making highlights and connecting on the why, right? And maybe link already, you kind of start analyzing what kind of values could be those. So you will identify, for example, that a moment that, I don't know, when I was a Girl Scout and we won like a championship or something, I would feel like super proud. But not only because we won, but we were like, I just remember this feeling of like being surrounded by my group and my team, and like we all yelling together, and was just like feeling this connection, and was awesome. So we had over there a lot of growth and connection all together, as well contribution actually, because a lot of times we were like serving others. So yeah, you can just like start doing those exercises and you start noticing what are the things. Then you can also go deeper and actually go to the negative sides, you know, like the downsides of life, and make sure that they are actually like revealing actually what is good and what is it that you're aiming for your life, just by looking at the negative. And this is pretty easy. Like you can just write about moments that really, really triggered you, like moments that you were very angry, or that you were sad, like, you know, something just pretty much seemed like that was falling. And that's also like, then you can see what are the personal values that are actually being triggered there, that like is the ones that are not being met. What is the need that you have that is not being met? It is just very powerful to do. And it's amazing because it also like so easy to communicate to people, right? Like whenever someone is crossing a line, or there's something that is happening, like whether it's in team or like in personal relationships, it just makes everything much easier to communicate, because you can always just put your boundaries in a clear way. Like, look, whenever this is happening, like one of my personal values is not being met, and this is like a no-go for me. So all those things makes much easier. And I hope just by like those little examples, you can start like already connecting what are those values, Later on, what you can do as well is just kind of cluster all those values in little groups to see, because of course we have values that are going to be like our main core values, and then you have the supporting values as well. But we're gonna talk about that in another video because otherwise it's too much. So first do that one exercise, and then later on we'll continue so you see how you can actually live your life more aligned to your own core values. Much love.